Hi, Helena.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm excited to talk to you.
All right.
Well, let's start off talking about Code of Honor. I'm going to begin
Mhm.
with a really boring question, but they're going to get more interesting and less serious as we go. Is that cool?
All right.
All right. So first off, tell us about your character in the film.
She's a single mom,
Mhm.
and she works in a club where she's witnessing some bad stuff happening. And after that, she goes on the run to save herself and her son.
Now, you're no stranger to kind of the action genre, obviously. Do you enjoy getting to play roles that let you be more physical sometimes?
Absolutely. I do a lot of martial arts myself, just for fun, and so I love to do action films. Unfortunately, in this one, I didn't get to do a lot of fighting, but I really enjoy that genre and getting to do all the fight scenes and stuff.
You worked on set with some co-stars like Craig Sheffer, Steven Seagal, who are kind of known for being gruff, manly, men. Did you get to have any good conversations at all while you were filming?
Oh, absolutely. It's the tone of the film is very serious, but
Right.
But behind the camera, we definitely laugh, and they both shared fun stories, and it was a very fun atmosphere on set.
That's cool because it's hard to tell sometimes on movies like this that are so grim and gritty. It's like are the everyone's so distraught all the time. It's like, are they having a good time when they're filming this? Like I can't tell.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So you tend to go back and forth a lot in all sorts of genres. I mean, you do action, you've done a lot of kind of horror and science fiction, but you also do a lot of dramatic stuff like Mistresses or Desperate Housewives. Do you have a preference in what kind of roles you take?
No, I think I've been lucky to get to explore a lot of different genres. And it's really about, when you read a script and something intrigues you, or there's a story that you want to tell, or a project that you want to be a part of for other reasons, or people you want to work with. It's more about that, than which genre it is.
So you don't have you don't have a favorite genre then? Nothing that particularly you lean towards?
No, but of course, like after you've done a bunch of drama, you kind of long to do some comedy or something light, and
right.
So I really enjoy doing a mix of things.
You also got to star in a few episodes of American Horror Story, which is kind of a cultural phenomenon at this point. But you were also in 666 Park Avenue, which is so two horror TV shows, which there aren't a lot of horror TV shows. What were those experiences like for you?
American Horror Story was just so special. It was so great to work with all the actors on it. It's such an amazing cast, and Ryan Murphy is such a creative person, and so interesting to watch, and so inspiring. And all the actors, Kathy Bates and Lady Gaga. It was really a fun and talented group of people to work with. So I really enjoy that.
Now, I first came across you in films back in 2007 in Species: The Awakening. And I have to admit, I do have a soft spot for the Species films, actually. So I'm kind of a fan of those.
Great.
What was that like? And was that sort of, that was a pretty major role for you at that point. Did that kind of help springboard your career a little bit?
It did make a difference because it was the first role where I had to carry a film and also speak with an American accent. Before that, I had mainly done foreign speaking roles. So that was a difference. That was a stepping point for more of that later on.
Was it cool to film on something like that with the science fiction? I don't know how much of the costume. I know obviously they had the creatures and stuff. I don't know the ins and outs of how that's all made, but was it sort of a new experience getting to kind of jump into that sci-fi world like that?
Yes, I was totally new to sci-fi at that point, and it was so cool to see all the special effects and also all the makeup effects that goes into it. So many prosthetics and makeups and things. It's amazing what they can actually create. So that was really fun to be part of.
So this is kind of a long question, so bear with me for a second. But I know that actors often like to kind of create a backstory for their characters. And one of the things I do is I co-host a podcast called After the Ending, where what we do is we like to look at what happens to the characters after the movie ends. You know, like what do the characters go on to do or become or things like that. Do you ever wonder about your characters, you know, not so much what happens before the film, but do you ever get to thinking about, I wonder what happens to my character once this movie ends?
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, after you've played a role in something, especially if it's been with you for a while, it stays with you. You know, you kind of, you know, a part of that character kind of stays with you.
Right.
But it's interesting that you say you think about what happens to them next, because you know, usually we move on to the next project, and you know, but it's always that's an interesting thing, you know, to think about what actually might have happened after.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it. We always try and, you know, come up with crazy endings for people. But what types of roles, or is there any type of project or movie or TV show thing that you haven't done yet that you want to do, or is there anything you want to do more of?
You know, I definitely want to do more action. That's really fun.
Right.
Just, you know, but then, you know, I've never done like a musical or something like that. So that would be the first, if I got to do one of those.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be very, very different.
Can you sing and dance? Are you like, is that something you are good at?
I grew up dancing, and you know, singing is not my strength, but
right.
But
That's okay.
I really have fun doing it. So
cool. That's fun. So I have some less serious questions to ask you. Is that okay? All right. These are not hard-hitting journalism. These are just, you know, kind of fun things I like to throw out there. So in any given day, how often do people mispronounce your name?
I would say it probably happens a few times a week.
I would think so. And it's Helena, correct? Not Helena?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. I'm glad I got that right. Also, so this is what I call my IMDb question. So I like to go onto people's IMDb pages and look at their, you know, the list of all the characters they played and find some kind of interesting, shall we say, character names. So you've been credited at various points in your career as playing the beautiful blonde, the blonde, and the blonde lady. So which of those parts do you think had the most impact on your career?
You know, definitely I would say Guns, Girls, and Gambling.
Very good.
Because even though the character was called the blonde, it was still the female lead, and I got to play opposite Gary Oldman and Dane Cook, and so that was a really fun project, and again a lot of action and fighting and lots of that stuff. So I got to learn how to shoot guns, which was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that movie actually. That was a lot of fun. I'm impressed too that you knew exactly which one that was. I thought maybe I could trip you up a little bit with all the different blondes, but you nailed it. That's impressive. All right, and what's a question that you never get asked in an interview like this that you'd like to get asked?
Oh my God, I've never thought about that. You know, I don't think there's any particular thing that, you know, you want to be asked. No, unless you have an amazing script and amazing role for me.
Right. Unfortunately, I don't. I wish I did. But.
Then no, not really.
No secret things you're dying to let the world know about that, you know, you secretly collect, you know, ceramic frogs or anything like that, and that, you know, you're just dying to talk about and you never get a chance to?
Not quite. I can't think of anything. I'm a badass baker. I love to bake.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. What do you like to bake the most?
Just like Swedish stuff. Like,
that makes sense.
I make a kick-ass chocolate cake and
oh wow,
you know, that kind of stuff. Princess cake. I love to do that on a day off.
Cool. All right. Well, if I ever interview you in person, then I will let you bake a chocolate cake for me. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's the deal. All right.
All right. Oh, perfect. Excellent. Well, that's going to wrap me up for now. But I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us. I enjoyed speaking with you.
All right. Thank you so much.